Here is the 10th part of the book Weehiya. We're going to start with a rereading of Corporate Suckered Us. Back when there was time, when one parent was always there to guide a child, schools were not blamed for bad behavior, partly because there was so much less of it. One job per house meant security, health insurance, a nest egg, and plenty for Susie to go to college on. Forget the bridge club now, dearie. Everybody works. Corporate has found a way to thrive in the post-liberation era. Reduce middle-class pay to the point of nudging, nay forcing the mobs to work. It's not about reduced free time. It's about no time left to even get to know our own children. Since profit is king, the New World Order is thus: no assistance if the dad lives with his child, no benefit to temporary workers, no labor jobs that pay a living wage north of the Maquiladoras, no wins for unions since 1980, no affordable daycare for working moms, no federal money for states with less than 75% of the welfare recipients working, no job training money left after building bombs, no incentives for employers to pay better, no company loyalty, no profit-sharing plans, no safe pensions, no guaranteed retirement, no social security, no public transportation in many towns, no decent schools for low-income neighborhoods, no safeguards for the food we eat, no plan in place to save the environment, no cash to save the mental hospitals, no handouts to the homeless veterans, and no jobs at all for those who work with their hands. None. Zero. Zilch. Zip. Wonderment. Water rushes, tickling feet with sand. Gilgamesh relaxes by the sea. Purple echinacea sends a cone into rain. Chopin laughs and strokes his polonaise. A beetle digs the desert over oil. Tongue sung up daubs of mystery in ink. Water trickles down a granite wall. Lao Tzu hikes through summer's offerings. Yellow lilies waver in the wind. Crystal mingles with Icelandic ash. Lodi licks his chops, nudge nudge, wink wink. Water batters barns from red to gray. Burke paints Frida as Leipzig hums along. Handsome Lake enjoys a drive-in movie. Sesame rice lands in a wooden bowl. Africa snaps a twig and starts to think. Dharma. Moth eggs attached to rice in a bag. Illusions of movement where reflections hit black. Quartz clicks like water torture. Veins pump halfway. Clogged by clots that are 1 inch away from stopping tomorrow from becoming today. Baby black toads hide in mulch. Beetles eat magnolia blossoms. Wind dries droplets from a plush leaf. Red clouds hover, change from dark gray to black. Erosion, the first sign of entropic attack. Alive, tan moth flutters, a simple life, seeking refuge in fabric or candles by night. All is one and one from all, since from this earth all life uncoils. If unconnected, all life is spoiled. Ode to Horace Mann. Be ashamed to die until you've won some victory for humanity. Horace Mann. Be aware that energy is life. Save some for your kids. Be afraid that our minds are bent by news, not books. Be awed by the healing power of the simple purple coneflower. Be amazed that after 4 short years she knows so much. Be awake before the bombs drop, before the money rules. Be agile, live in a town that walks and bikes to work and play. Be amused by ants and birds, goats and potato fields, lilacs and sycamores. Be angry only long enough to solve the problem, then move on. Be ashamed to die until you've won some victory for humanity. Student Lounge, Wake Technical Community College, number 1. Our youth inspired, combat ready, camouflage-attired, Australian-looking bloke wanders into the student lounge and promptly blows his cover by removing his hat, bald with a touch of gray. This guy is no professor. He's highlighting 80% of his science text, while cap-wearing facial hairs ponder the possibilities of interracial romance. Three nerds admit openly to dorkdom as counselors stroll by, undoubtedly thinking about computer programming careers. A large-breasted girl with 4-inch loop earrings and her hair pulled tight in a Lower East Side bun props sneakers against a windowsill to comfortably read Bateson's Pop Psychology. You're at a round table, smiling back at a concentrating brow under smart braids which hang over yellow, just above note cards that condense the lecture that flowed from the nurse who got tired of double shifts over a Duke. Her pink sculptured nails shine against chocolate. Only 6 minutes until the next test. She checks her blue cell phone, writes beautiful letters on organized piles that may jog the right memory to pass the class here at generally slovenly Wake Tech. Student Lounge, Wake Tech Community College, number 2. 3 cheap plastic stands offer rewarding careers in Army, Navy, or Air Force. Our volunteers are the ones who don't pass enough college classes, or can't stand it at home, or think the pay is decent, even if lives are lost. The chess-playing kibitzers advise each decision as coded language collides in midair. I know, that's right, drives through. He blew his own game. As giggles of sex creep horizontally. She moves her foot, legs crossed, acting as helper, and you get a glance from a bro who is wondering why you sit so close to such a fine sister. Suddenly you feel as white as the snow when she stretches backward, adjusting strong shoulders. Now she's up, and her popularity becomes self-evident. She's smart, carries a pink Eastpak, smiles when she's talked to, and sports a tattoo. The ink is her name, just in case, in full action, her lover is dumb enough to almost call out the wrong name. But this is the 21st century. The gap keeps widening, and he may be off to the next oil grab war. So she has to ponder if this is the time to start in on the next generation or not. Well, here comes the whistle. Your time has come. The recruiting brochure takes you from class to boot camp. You can write all the letters you want, but Shamika will find herself a new love. Sucker. Wake-up call. Slide into this life with me for a line or two. Songs work magic. Keep me awake, remembering carefree times when we were all stars, when nothing could stop us, when ample friendship supported decisions, right or wrong. We strode through new cities, confident that our cause was the right cause. The hard work yielded peace, or brotherhood, or higher wages, or more organic food, or at least higher gas mileage. But our lives are not just as hypocritical as my preachers. No way to inspire when I can't even find a job. No smiles once the alarm clock goes off and I realize my country is the capital of terrorism. One only gets a free ride for so long. Then you have to choose a path. We trade laughs from across worldviews shaped by such widely disparate experience that it's amazing we can sit together. You take your stand, I take mine. Only those early bonds keep us humored. Just for one day, take a look at the struggle for life and peace and justice that is waged against greed. Can you stand it? One love. Last night, I left the Cutlass convertible running in the cold outside a motel in Roanoke, Virginia. It was a dream, so somehow the next morning the proud red touring car was still running. There was confusion, one car too many, one to give away. Yet we ended up walking to the top of Buck Mountain. Tad, who visits my brain via songs, was clutching his chest, asking to walk slower, so we stopped. A master woodworker had carved stairs and banister out of curly maple, black walnut, and oak. Tad and I, exhausted but happy, sat kicking pebbles, reminiscing about lacrosse games, various concerts, and the incredible women we had known.